Hey, it's Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. Come on in and say hi. I am so excited to be here. We're going to do some DIYs. I know I'm not usually live at this time, but we were gone all weekend and I wanted to hop in and show you some of the new stuff in the shop. And then I wanted to make my favorite piece in the new shop. And I am so excited. I'm so excited to make it and use it, honestly. So come on in and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new here, guys, make sure that you let me know this is your first time. And if you're watching on the replay, make sure that you drop hashtag replay so I can say hi. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you, girl? Okay, I'm on StreamYard, so I can't. So we're going to do something new tonight. I'm going to do a giveaway. And so every comment, I finally figured out how to use the giveaway tool on StreamYard. So like every comment counts as an entry. And so at the end, I spin the wheel and someone will win, and that person will get. I've been wrapping up like a Happy Meal as we've been packing things. And so just pick something out of the Happy Meal bin and I will get that mailed to you. So I'm super excited to do that. So Altered Effect over on YouTube says new from Illinois. Welcome. So every comment will count. Let me show you. Let's get started. Oh, Sarah says she can be a chatterbox. Hey, Elizabeth, email me, girl. Don't send me it. If it goes to the problem with Facebook DMs. Hey, if you guys didn't hear, we're doing something different tonight. I figured out how to use the StreamYard giveaway tool. So any comment counts as an entry, and at the end I'll spin the wheel and we'll pick a winner. But before we get started crafting, hey Donna, hey Tammy, I'm going to show you guys the new stuff, and then we shall craft the sparrow shelf sitters because they are so cute. Okay, this is, we have a couple gumball fillers that we added. This is the honeybee tray. It's wrapped, but this little Bumble & Co. Hi Amelia, goes on top of here, and so it's a little honey jar with a bow. You have this little wood cutout scoop thing with two little bees. It has a mini honey. What is that thing called? A honey dipper? Is that what it's called? The little wood thing with the honey on it. And then it has some bigger ones for your gumball filler and the bees. And what I love about this tray is the bigger bees have cutouts, so you don't have to color them in yellow. You paint like the body yellow and this black. But these little bees have score lines. Can you see the little bees? So you can go in with a black fine tip marker and then paint and just hand do those little yellow lines. That's what I love about it. It's going to be super simple to paint and it'll look super cute. So that's that. Elizabeth says she's been doing the jingle and mingle crafts today. Super fun. We have another one. So guys, yes. Sarah says bees scare her. I know, but they're like the perfect pollinator. This is the Hello Spring set. So we have a 4x4 with the little rain boots and polka dots on it. Our little tag for this says bloom, and it's in cursive. Hey, Dixie. We have a couple wood beads. Oh, I didn't even talk about the wood beads. There's 3 wood beads on this one. You have a honeycomb, a buzz, and then a bee. And those are all wood beads you can use with your scoop. Okay. Hey, Colleen. So those are, and then this has got boots and umbrella. You have a Hello Spring bead and a boot bead. And what I love about the little rain boots is they have all these great polka dots. So you can paint them and then you can go back with your paint markers or your paintbrush. If you're like super talented with a brush, I'm like going for the paint markers for ladies, just can't with all those little dots. Tammy Waterworth is going to be like dotting all of these. I know she will because she's such a good dotter. But this is going to be really cute, and it goes with the Hello. I mean, it's a perfect complement to this insert, our Hello Spring sign. Perfect complement. So this is restocked. And we have some with the ribbon kits, and then just some of these. These are the 12, and these are the inserts for the 12-inch sign. I'll show you that in a minute. It's behind me. So that's that. Let's see. This is the honeybee tray. It went out of stock. I am going to restock this, but it's got it's a fan fave. It's got all these cute little bees and buzzers, and I just realized that I pulled it off the shelf and you can't really see all the signs. That was a big epic fail on my part, but it has a little be kind sign back here. It has a honey jar. It has a big bee. It has a word stack, and then it has like a garland right here. So I just absolutely love this painted. Donna says it's you painted it last year. I did. I brought this back from last year because it was such a hit. And then I also added, let me show you guys this. It's up here. I added this insert to match it. So we have the Be Kind sign insert. And look what I did with this. I painted it, and then I went back with my white acrylic paint marker and I traced the honeycomb, and it turned out so cute. But my camera is like not straight. Okay. So yeah, it is super cute. And we have the bee interchangeable bow, and then it says Be Kind. But I love this. There's a bigger sign like this in that tray set. So cute. It's so stinking cute. And these honey dippers. And I actually used King's Gold and yellow ochre, and I mixed them with either lighten them or darken them to get the different colors. I had no plan going into it, and I was live in my friends group, and I just went for it. And I love how it turned out. I need to do that more often and not make a plan. So I showed you that. This is the birthday tray. But I'm going to grab the gnomes so you guys can see the gnomes a little better. The gnomes gave me like fits pulling it out of the laser. Some days I'm like, what? I'm a crazy person. Hey, Shayola. So this is the happy birthday. So there's a birthday wishes sign, a cupcake. There's a cake back here. This says it's your birthday. It's a rectangle sign. And then I'm going to put up a banner. So if someone's watching and they don't know where to go, you can comment links to get links to all of the new releases. And then this is it's your birthday. It's a rectangle sign. And then the banner says party, and it has 2 balloons on each end of the banner. I mean, this is adorable. And it's 4 2-layer signs with a banner. So it's not a ton to paint, and you could do it in neutral. Hold on, I'm gonna get my big head in the camera. Comment, exclamation point, links to new releases. Okay, add banner. What a scroll. That's so it's irritating, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so it's exclamation links, Georgie. So like exclamation point and then links. Tell me if it's scrolling. It should be scrolling. Can someone see it scrolling? There we go. Exclamation point links all together. Okay, and then the gnomes, guys. This is so stinking cute. Next time, so we have this little eggplant house. And there's a big eggplant and a little eggplant. Okay, and then we have the girl gnome who's holding a frog. And okay, this literally cracks me up because I'm like, the frog is just kind of happy and hanging out. And she's just like having fun, right? And I'm like, the frog is just there and happy, which just cracks me up. So, I just was, okay, I was kind of like, there are so many pieces. Okay, what I love about this tray too is that 4 of these signs stand on their own. The eggplant, the 2 gnomes, and then the mushroom house, they all stand on their own, and they have a little slot stand. So it kind of stands up straight in here, right? I know I have some gnome lovers. So, and then this mushroom house, okay, look at this. It's got 2 pieces. It's got these beautiful flowers going up the side. It's got this tiny little door. tiny little window, and then it's got these 3 little steps. I mean, is this little house adorable? I mean, I love this little house. And what I love about this tray, okay, I did not love pulling it out of the laser. Like, I literally was bent over that laser. I mean, it took forever to unload the tray, but what I love about going to paint it is that it's got so many fun little pieces, and it's gonna be easy. Even though it's got a ton of detail, it's not gonna be hard to paint, okay? Um, and then you can add some fun details, whatever you want to do on their hats. Like if you want a polka dot, or if you want to stripe, or if you want a decoupage, right? You can, it's super adorable. So I love that. It's also very whimsical. Okay. So here is our boy gnome, and his little sign says garden gnomes welcomed. His little body, there's some grass. There's a little sign. His little hands are holding the sign. Again, and then his clothes are separate. Let me show you. His clothes are separate from his beard, okay? Which again, you can paint his beard, paint his clothes, put it together. It's going to look great, and you're not going to have to spend forever going in and like painting little details, right? I love that. And like the grass is behind the sign, so you paint the grass. I mean, you're going to have to be careful not to paint his shoes. Paint the grass, paint his shoes, and then pop that sign on top, and you don't have to worry about painting around the sign, okay? Okay, and then there's a little snail. I mean, seriously. Okay, what? And the snail, look, his shell is actually cut all the way through instead of just scored, which makes it really just kind of fun, and it just looks really cool. Okay. And then you have a little sign that says always believe in magic. And I did this on purpose because I didn't want it to say like welcome spring. So you could leave this out all summer, or like fall. You know what I mean? This way it can be spring because it's gardeny and it's cute and it's fun, but you can put it out any time of year. Guys, don't forget that tonight we're doing something different. I figured out how to use the StreamYard gift away. So every comment you leave will enter you. And then at the end, you will, I'm going to spin the little wheel. Okay. But this might be my favorite part about the tray. And I don't know if it's super obvious in the photos, but this is a little ladder. And you take string and you tie, like put a thin string through the bottom, and then you tie so that you have 5 rungs on this little rope ladder. And then you can hang the rope ladder from one tier of your tray, and it can hang down to the next. And so when you're looking at it, it's really whimsical and playful. Like, hey, wait, the gnomes can like climb up the ladder to the next tier, and it's just fun. Okay. So this is just a really fun tray. Hey, Verdana. Hi, Tammy. So this is a really cute set. I do love that set. It's a lot of fun. We'll start painting this gnome set on Wednesday. I have craft around the clock tomorrow at 2:30, but I'm probably going to do one of the gumball filler sets because it's just a short session. The craft around the clock is 45 minutes. So we'll start on Wednesday, and then we'll probably finish it later. Hey, Linda W. And I'm not usually live on Sunday nights, but so it's exclamation point links. Hey, Denise. Make sure you say hi. We're doing something new. Every comment will enter you into the StreamYard gift away, okay? So at the end, somebody will get some happy mail tonight. You don't have to wait till the end of the month. I finally learned how to use that thing, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So those are the new releases. And then the birds. Let me move this out of the way so I don't lose my pieces and then cry because I've lost my pieces. Let's talk about the birds. Okay, I love these birds. I mean, I don't know. They're different than what we've usually done. Hey, Cinda. Hey, Jill. Where can we find the gumball machine? Oh, is Jen live? Oh, she's in her hand lettering group, isn't she? Oh gosh, tell her not to be mad at me. I forgot. We try not to go live at the same time because we have a lot of people who both are in both of our groups, and so I try not to go live at the same. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her it was a total brain stink. I meant to go earlier. I thought anyway. So I was initially going to go live. Okay, I'll tell you. Let's look at the sparrows and I'll tell you the whole story why I was painting. Are you going to make anything for the barn? Oh, girl, yes. We are going to make stuff for the barn. But I have some questions. Where can you get the gumball machine? Jill, gumball machines, Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has them usually in the spring shop. Sometimes Target has them. I kind of stockpile them because once in a while we'll do like a fun. They're hard for me to ship because I have to go track down boxes because I didn't do my hair. We'll talk about that too. That's why I have on this hat to cover my head because it's scary underneath the hat. But hey, Gail, thank you for the sprinkles. Yeah, but I got some plans for the barn. Hi, Stephanie. So Carol, she cracks me up. So these are the sparrows. Let's talk about the sparrows, then we'll talk about the hair and the gumballs and all the things. But yeah, keep your eye open. And a lot of times, if you're in my home decor crafting group, people will post in there when they see them out at Hobby Lobby. So if you're not in the home decor crafting, just home decor crafting with Amy and Art Designs. So let's get started on this. This is our sparrow shelf sitter. Now, you guys probably were looking at it and like, what is she thinking? This is not her typical. And it's not. But I love this shelf sitter because it's so different. Oh, Cinda says she ordered the gnome set. She can't wait to see it. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So it's 3 layers. So it'll stand on its own. And then they have little wings. And it's like a statue silhouette set. But I need some help picking colors because I think it could be a lot of different colors. And these are the colors I've pulled. And I want to paint them. They're going to be monochrome. So one color for both of them. And they're going to be a set. We have vintage white. This is a new one. I've never used this one before, but I love it. I love it so much I've bought it twice and I haven't used it. It's called Cloudy Day. I love this blue. It's very calming. This is Sky Mist. This one is Sky Mist. This is Adrift. And this is Patina. Okay. So Patina and Adrift are very similar. We've used Patina in the Joyful Crafting Club. It's just a little lighter than Adrift. Just a little lighter. So what do you guys think for color? Drop it below. Tell me. Vintage white. And we're going to distress them because it's me. And then we're going to put like bows and stuff. So I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, vintage white. But I also really like these. What do you guys think? Cloudy Day. Blue Mist. Sky Mist. Adrift and Patina. Anybody have an opinion on colors? While you guys are dropping the colors, I'm going to scroll back through and see if I missed anything. So again, let's see. Cloudy Day, Sky Mist. See someone, Tammy got the rain boot set. You know what? I shipped as many as I could. I think I shipped 30 or 40 packages before we went up to the lake Saturday. And we were kind of late getting going because I wanted to get as many packages out as I could. And I think I got somewhere around 30 to 40 packages out. And then I should be able to pack the rest of the orders from the weekend up tomorrow. Cloudy Day, Sky Mist, Cloudy Day. Everyone's going for Cloudy Day. Crackle. We could have crackled them. We're going to do Cloudy Day. Okay. Well, we're going to use the Cloudy Day and do these. Okay. Let's do it. No one went for vintage white. And that was what I was going to do. So let's get started. We're going to do something different. We're going to glue first. I know, don't fall out of your chair. We're going to glue first because we want these to look like one piece. We could crackle, but I don't think I'm going to crackle because I could Vaseline them, but I don't think I'm going to crackle because then I have to, it's just going to take too long. If I was going to crackle them, I need to paint the crackle first and let it dry. Let's glue first. And I'm going to do something different with this glue too. I'm going to do 2 different kinds of glue. The reason we're going to glue first, you could crackle the bases too. Yes. You could do them 2 different colors. I'm going to do them all one color. And you'll see why. And then I'm interested to see what you guys do. So first thing I'm going to do is glue these together. So I'm going to take the back, spray it. I'm glad you guys are here. So I know the sky mist is really pretty too. Well, I like the cloudy day so much that I bought it twice and I've never used it. So, okay. So Stephanie, I met Stephanie when I was in Denise's group the other night and we made the bee insert. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so the thing about gluing these together is that while you glue them, you want them to be really... So how many of you guys are bird watchers? Do you guys like to watch the birds? I feel like, okay, so you want to get them as lined up as you can. And you also want it to be flat. So I'm doing 2 types of glue. Stephanie said, Amelia said solid blue on the birds and the bases and crackle vintage white. Yes, you could definitely. There's so many different ways you could paint these. Elizabeth is a bird watcher. Linda says she's behind in her crafting. She just noticed she has a chalk couture picture up for Christmas. Girl, that's kind of funny. But I will tell you that I've had my Easter table set. I haven't shown you guys yet, but I've had my Easter table set. And I also still have my Valentine's tray up there because I just had not taken the time to carry my Easter tray up the steps. The one that we styled the other day on a live. I think we styled it last week. It was sitting across the table from me. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pop these apart. Deanne says, yep, we're never behind, honey. We're just right on time. I think that so I think too, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And I think, like you can't compare your outsides to somebody's insides. I did for a while, I think I felt, and I still do it, but I felt really bad because I felt like, all my time, it wasn't, you have a kid with special needs, like all of your time is like, it's just what you do, but I think, our life also ebbs and flows. Like we go through phases where we're busier and phases where we're slower. I think for me, like one of the things I really want to get consistent with, and I just haven't had the time, is to craft something that isn't necessarily a wood cutout and share it every day on Facebook or 5 days a week. And I just haven't gotten, okay, this is fine like this. So I'm going to just move it to the side and start the next one. And I just haven't had time to really do that. And but it's something I really want to do because it's for me like being able doing something that's like just for fun, you know. Like I bought Natalie's kit. Yeah, this is great. Her little carrot kit, if you guys were at the Jingle and Mingle. So Linda says she's right on time for this Easter because it's still set from last Easter. Okay. Now that is funny. So I did though, I didn't have enough big white plates, like dinner plates, without like taking all of our dinner plates away from to do the table because I got the chargers and then I had these little bunny plates I found at the Hobby Lobby. And then I call it the Hobby Lobby, like it's, I don't know, but I found them at Hobby Lobby. And then and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have any white plates. I found some at the Dollar Tree. So I found 6 white plates and they were really in great shape. And I did it at the Dollar Tree. Yeah. I have no idea how she made those carrots. Tammy says the kit's really cute. You ordered it. You loved it. So, okay, I'm going to spray this and put it in my, yeah. Tammy, I have no idea like how she gets them. I feel like there were a lot of little carrots on her garland, but in the kit, there were like 3 pieces of fabric and a circle to like work from. And okay, I'm going to take this. We're going to put it together. Okay, this is where you want to make sure it stands, okay? Okay. I know I never glue first, but I'm going to do it today. I have no idea how she made carrots out of those little, like, and how she made that many carrots. I didn't catch her whole live. I've got to go back and watch it, but I thought it'd be fun to do. So I love to watch the birds. In Texas, we had a bird feeder in our backyard. But in Ohio, I put the bird feeder out and the deer get in it. We have so many deer. Like sometimes I'll have 3 big bucks in my backyard. So I'm just going to let this dry, guys, because that's looking, I hope it's flat. Sometimes with these, I don't know if I have it flat. I don't. I've got one of these off. 4 carrots with 1 circle. Okay. If you don't know what we're talking about, so there was an event this weekend called Jingle and Mingle. And it was Friday and Saturday. And there's a bunch of us that are in a business group together. And we get together and put on this really fun, it's like crafting. And we have some people that do like health and fitness and sleep habits. It's just like crafting and living well. You know, it's kind of what I call it. Okay, I fixed that. That's better. There we go. You want it to stand. And so one of my friend, her name is Natalie from the Ginger Quilter. Okay, you'll notice you have 2 birds that go one way and 1 bird that goes the other. And that's so that all of your char marks go on the inside, okay? So okay, I'm going to spray this last one. I know we're gluing first, but my friend Natalie, who you guys, if you're in the JCC, just wait because she and I are doing something fun together. If you're in the Joyful Crafting Club, I asked her if she wanted to like collaborate on a project, like just to show like how, because she's in the Joyful Crafting Club and you guys don't see her in there. Sometimes she'll post her tray, but she's been in there for a while. And we're going to do something like she's going to do a fabric craft for us. So I'm excited for that. Right now, it's going to be so much fun. Hi, Tracy. So yeah, the Jingle and Mingle is a fun weekend. If you're not in there, guys, just search like Jingle and Mingle with, it's like facebook.com/Jingle and Mingle with us. Okay. But yeah, I asked her because one of my favorite things to do is to combine textiles with, okay, so this is where you want like a book or something. Okay. Like once you're sure it's going to stand up, I would hold this down if you've got the Gorilla Glue for a hot minute and then maybe a book or something. So if you haven't had time to watch all of them, go back and watch them. So we're doing a new thing tonight. I know if you're just watching, I learned how to use the StreamYard gift away thingamahoocher. And so at the end tonight, I'm going to draw a name for Happy Mail. Every comment counts as an entry for Happy Mail. Every sprinkle counts as an entry if you sprinkle and write sprinkle. Hi, Catherine. So everyone counts. Catherine says, did I tell her how much she loves the Nerdy Bunnies? No, maybe. You know what? I hope you did love them because I think that they're so cute. Okay. I had so much fun with the Nerdy Bunnies. Okay. So then we're going to put our wings on. And I can't remember which wing I had with which, but I'm going to do it like this. Okay. Thank you for the sprinkles, Catherine. Thank you, Elizabeth. Tammy says you've been sewing in a long time. I was going to hand sew like at night when I'm watching stuff on Netflix. Is anyone watching anything good? So okay. And then okay. So let me tell you, I was going to go live Saturday because I wanted to make these and I wanted to show you guys the new stuff. And I was so excited. And then I was like, wait, hold on. I can't go live. Like people are in Jingle and Mingle right now. That would be rude. And so, okay, I'm going to glue his wing. You can put his wing wherever you want, wherever you think it should go. I think that's probably okay. What do you think? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then we went up, we bought that little rental of the lake. We went up yesterday. If you're in the Joyful Crafting Club, I showed the backyard and just like the kitchen and the two-tone cabinets, which need to be painted. I didn't go through the whole house because I didn't have the Wi-Fi set up yet. But we went up there for a night just to check it out. We're going to have to get it ready to rent out. I mean, it's mostly ready. Okay. But I gave you guys a little sneak peek. It's a little overwhelming. I don't know. But the kids were excited. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. But, and then I told Joe, I'm like, well, maybe I can, I want to make sure I get this thing. Maybe I can go do it from there. He was like, you don't know what we don't have any Wi-Fi. I was like, oh yeah. So I figured I'd just come tonight and we'll craft tonight. Okay. Donna said she loves the 80s vintage cabinets. Oh, girl. We're going to paint them things. They are like, the house itself is really neat. I mean, in terms of it's got 3 levels. It has a walkout basement. It has a really nice back patio. It has a fire ring outside. I mean, it's a great little rental. It has a billiard room, like a pool table. It has a movie room, and it has a little hearth room. I'll show if you're in the. I'll give the whole tour. Now that I've got the Wi-Fi set up, but it is a little overwhelming though because we have got to rent it. Hey, Kim. So I told Kim Carroll she lives at another lake in Ohio, and that was initially where we were looking but there's just nothing on the market. Okay. But it has a porch, and Joe and I have always wanted a porch. And so we finally have a porch. We've never had a porch. You went to Pop Shelf yesterday? Did you get anything good? Okay, so let's take this off. I can't believe it. I mean, I've never been up there. We just came back from we were up at Apple Valley, Kim. Tammy, you know where Apple Valley is. Okay, so this is all glued together, I think, pretty much. All right. Let's just double check that they stand. Yeah, so they stand. Lovely. Okay, now that they're all glued together, I'm going to paint them. I know this is so opposite of how we always do things around here, ladies. We're going to paint them the cloud mist. Wait, we chose cloudy day, right? Okay. Pop Shelf is, it's kind of like a combination between like Target and the Dollar Tree. Is that, who's been to Pop Shelf? It is. It's kind of like a combination between Target and the Dollar Tree. That's what I would say. So yeah, these are the birds. I know this is different than what we usually do, but I love these birds. So we're going to go with, I was going to do vintage white, but everyone voted for cloudy day. So, this one is still like not wanting to stay together right here. So here's what I'm going to do. You guys, this is what I do. So I'm going to take this right here. Yeah, I think it's kind of owned by, yeah, Dollar General owns it. And yeah, maybe even like oh, I did that. Don't do that because I just busted my beak. It's all right. I'll fix it. Yeah, don't ram something into the wood part and bust your beak. Okay. That's all right. I've got wood filler. I just went for it too. I should know better than that, but it's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, it's super cute. Okay. I'm going to let that while we start on this one. It's kind of like a Target and here's my wood filler. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to start painting. So I am going to do mine in solid blue all over. If I decide to paint the bottom a different color, I'll just do it and then I'll just stress through it. But this color again is Cloudy Day. So just a reminder, if you're just joining us, we're doing something new here at Amy and Art Designs because I finally figured out how to use the little spinner tool in StreamYard. Oh, that's so pretty. And we are going to be gifting Happy Meal at the end. And I'm going to paint everything, guys. I mean, we're just going for it. I'm probably going to need a brush to get in the corners, like in the crevices. Yeah. Dixie is calling Pop Shelf the Target Dollar shop. Maybe I'll go up there and do a Facebook Live and show you guys so you can see what's in there. I mean, I loved it. That is actually where I found Duraclear for the first time. We were in there. We were at Myrtle Beach, and there was a Pop Shelf, and I was like, we're going to Pop Shelf. No matter what, we're going to Pop Shelf. And we went. The kids called it a party in a store. They were like, it's a party in a store. Like, because it's got so many neat little things. They loved it. Okay. Verdana said her Target is closed. It fell over a hill. Does that mean like it literally like the building fell, or did something else happen that I'm misunderstanding? Tell me, because that is a little crazy. Tammy says she's been to the one at Myrtle Beach. Yeah, it was fun. Like the one at Myrtle Beach, and I've only been to that one. They literally, like, you have to, they have no checkout places. You check yourself out. They have people in the store, but you just check yourself out and pay with a credit card and go on. Yeah, I'm going to need a brush. And of course, I don't have my water. It's okay. I'll wrap it in a baby wipe. The whole back corner fell over a hill. Well, whoever was the engineer on that needs to be like, that's crazy. Okay, I'm just painting. Sarah says you have nothing in Corbin, Kentucky. Well, if we ever do like an Amy and Art thing here in Dublin, maybe we can carpool up to Pop Shelf. That would be fun. Okay, so we are just going for it, guys. You will never see me do this, almost never. Paint like all the things, but we're painting all the things. Self-checkout. Kim says it's self-checkout. Okay. Kim, my table came yesterday. No, it came Saturday. It's, I got mine from Decor Steals. I have to put it together. Like, what's the red? Did I cut myself? Okay. I'm going to let this dry and start on the other one, and then I'll come back. So cute. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm excited for the table. I think we're going to take the bench and my entryway up to the lake. I'm going to set that bird right there and let it dry. Probably a dumb idea. So it don't fall over on my computer. Okay. Yeah. I guess someday I want to do something. There's a great space in downtown Dublin. I just haven't. It's quite an undertaking. But downtown Dublin is really cool. There's a couple hotels, like they're Marriott's. I'm just putting wood filler in his beak since I gouged it with my. That was really not smart of me. Yes, you could crackle these. Oh, Kim says her barn is up and she's the tier tray from last month sitting in front of it. You got to post a picture of it, Kim. So the barn, Donna wants to know about the barn. Okay, so Kim, I don't know how it started. So Kim, Carol, and I, we just are a lot of times just in comments and stuff are back and forth about different things that we see. Like, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? Or like if I think Kim kind of started with me because she'll tag me and say, hey, did you see this at Hobby Lobby? Or did you see the mini gumball machines or whatever it is? And so we're just kind of started talking back and forth about that stuff. And so I don't know where we were commenting, but I said, did you see the white barn at Hobby Lobby? And she said no, and she checked it out. And then I think it went on sale the next week. And so we both bought them. But like you can search it. There's like hey, Grant, they have like the barns kind of have like the same kind of following and like as the gumball machines. But like at Christmas, people had them decorated with nativities and they put like flowers in the top of the barn and they put like tier tray stuff in the front of it. So I've seen some people like do like flowers and fancy stuff. And I've seen other people I did not do a great job gluing. So don't follow my lead. And then they do, Dixie's call us an enablers. And then like, But you can just go even on Facebook and search Hobby Lobby white barn or something, and it's like it's a thing. And so then my next thought was I need a table for the barn because our house, I mean, so I have that like white buffet in my dining room, right? But then in our living space, like our family room, we have this like massive, I mean, honestly, I didn't want to buy the house just because of this, because I didn't want to have to redo it. It's a massive like entertainment center with these 2 cabinets on each side, and the sides are angled. And so like styling them is like, bleh. Like they're just not, it's ugly. And in order to take that thing out, we have to recarpet or put down new flooring, and the whole room is open. So everything's got to be painted. And I don't know, we built a pool, and we've got to like refloor the basement now because we've got the kids, and carpeting in the basement, and the pool, like you walk from the pool into the basement. And so I don't know, that space is just, bleh, you can't do anything with it. Just horrible. And, okay, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna need another coat. If you paint these white, you're gonna have to go over the edges quite a bit because it's, to cover it, right? Because of the darker edges from the laser. So anyway, all of that to say, I was like, I need somewhere to put my barn. So I found a table because I started looking first on Facebook Marketplace, and then I thought, we started going to some antique places, and then Joe hurt his back, and I'm like, well, the chances of me being able to haul something out of an antique flea market thing is just not going to happen. You guys, this is what goes on in my head. I mean, I don't know if it's a good place or not, but this is what goes on in my head. Dixie says my to-do list is getting huge. I know. The basement, we've got to redo the basement. So we, okay. My head is not always a great place. So I saw that one on Decor Steals, and I was like, okay, this is a perfect solution. Plus, I like the bench in the entryway, but you can just do pillows. And I wanted somewhere to like put the stuff that we make. So Sarah says that I add a level to the barn. My barn is still in the box. I know. It's not right, is it? But it is still in the box. These are so cute. No, I don't stop. I don't really think like stopping is in my vocabulary, Linda. Linda said, so I never stop. No, I don't have that part of me that stops. I do, though, watch, like we were talking about a minute ago, Netflix at night. And I just watched Captivating the King, and oh my gosh. It was so good. Yes. No, we got the barns on sale, Verdana. So Kim tagged me when they went on sale, and they go half off every other week. So wait until they're on sale, and then you get it for $30. Kind of like we all wait and get the gumball fillers when they're 40% or 60% off, right? Grant is asking. So Grant, you guys used to work with Joe a long time ago. I've known Grant for a long time. Good guy. Yes, I cut these. Like the shapes. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to have to go in there with oh gosh, they're very pretty. Okay, we're going to have to sand them here in a minute, but I need to go in with a paintbrush. It's not going to stand on my cardboard. Yes, happy St. Patty's Day. I know, it's St. Patty's Day. But we crafted all of our St. Patty's Day a long time ago. I don't know, like at Christmas, I kept feeling like Christmas was over because I'd been crafting Christmas for like months. I should have, okay. If I wasn't live, guys, I would have set like some books on these and really held them together longer. So they just needed to cure longer. So when you're doing your sparrows, or if you ever do like a triple layer project like this, make sure you let the glue cure. I'm going to have to go put some glue in there and like sand it out. I mean, I can fix it. But see, I have that little gap. That's because I didn't let it cure long enough. Yeah, this color is Cloudy Day from... For some reason, there's like red that keeps coming up. I don't know. Maybe it's the sponge. Maybe I used the sponge with red. I'm not sure. I'm gonna get a different sponge because I'm like, where's the red coming from? Oh. You know, Joe and I are pretty much busy. We just, you can ask Grant. Joe, working with Joe, like you gotta keep pace with him. I mean, in his mind, Joe is, I mean, Joe can keep everything in his head much better than me. I forget things. Okay, I'm just like getting all this. It's the best boss he's ever had. Well, you never came in and asked him if you could take the day off to storm watch. Oh my gosh. Some of the things, we still laugh about it sometimes. I can't remember his name. So, and then what about the tuna guy? Did you work there when the tuna guy worked for him? So there was someone that worked for them and he had to fire him. And Joe never. Guys, just make sure you're getting like all of these like edges really well. So Joe he doesn't ever like to, but anyway, this guy they had to let him go. And so the guy comes back with like the local police marshal or whatever, saying he has to get his personal things from the office. Okay, guys, I'm going in here hard with the glue, with this on the edges, because I want it to look like one piece, okay? So this is why. So anyway, and so the guy comes back with the local marshal or whatever, saying he's got to get his personal effects from work. Then he goes in with the police, thinking like I don't know, like what does he got there, right? He went in, he got a can of tuna and a can opener out of the desk drawer and turned around and walked out, and that was it. And the marshal looks at Joe and is like what? Tuna? He had me come here for tuna? Yeah. And a can opener? The tuna guy. Anyway. I mean, that's a true story. I couldn't make that up. I don't know. I have 2 bottles of this. Maybe this will be my happy meal tonight. I like the pink colors, and I'll buy multiple. I'll come home and be like, oh yeah, I love this color. I already have that one. I already have that one. Oh, you weren't there, but yeah. No, oh my gosh. Some of this stuff. James, I know. James. Oh, I'll tell you what. It was a good place. It was a good place. That's why we ended up moving to Prosper, because Joe, we lived in Texas, and we lived in Carrollton, and when we had kids, Joe had it was a 40-minute drive to work every day. Yeah. I know the whole thing with James was rough, Grant. That was rough. So the guy that owned the company that they worked for, he well, let's just say he passed away. Let's leave it at that, right? It was not good. Tell you what, but and everyone's life kind of went for a turn at the time. But no. Yeah. I definitely did not let these cure long enough. So I'm going to have to go back and add some add some glue when I'm done, and get them to stick together better. So make sure you let yours cure, but I'm just trying to get enough paint on all of these, and then we're going to go back in and sand them. Yeah, life does go on. Sarah, I see your comment now. Yeah, no. And then there was someone who he had a kid. Oh, this is he had a kid, and he and his wife were divorced, and so he had to drive. I don't know. Texas, everywhere is a drive. It's not like Ohio, but he had to drive from Dallas over to the other side of the airport to go to take his kid back when he had this kid on the weekends. What was the guy's name? But anyway, so he came in and asked Joe because he had to fly out of DFW. I don't know. He had his kid for the weekend, and then he had a flight the next day out of DFW. So he came in and asked Joe if Joe would pay, if the company would pay. It wasn't our company. It was, Joe worked for the company. If the company would pay for him to stay at the Hilton, at the airport, so that he wouldn't have to drive home and then back to the airport the next day. Joe's like, get out of my office. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He'd be like, you need to get out of my office. Oh, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Some of this stuff, sometimes you just are I don't know. Did you guys ever watch The Office? Has anyone ever watched that with Michael Scott? Seriously, I love this color too. You just need to do quite a bit of painting, okay, to get it. And then I'm going to dry it. Okay. Some of this stuff, you watch it and you're like, yeah, not far off. Not far off. Yeah, Joe did. He stayed for 6 months after James passed away. He stayed for 6 months. And yeah, as long as it was feasible. Yeah, well, I think you have to be tough. The paper's rolling. Okay. He was. You have to be because it's I mean, he was in charge of making sure that everybody, you know, that because this company had a factory too, and so Joe had to make sure that there was enough work to keep the factory busy. All right, it was a lot. There's a lot of funny stories from that. Okay. Oh, now you're commenting. Good. Thank you for the sprinkles. Verdana. So Kim says her husband used to travel building hotels and he built one in Louisville. Okay. Yeah, I know Louisville. So you want this dry to the touch. Georgie says she loves the color. Gail says you don't know if you're going to make it. I know, it's 9:30 Eastern time. I mean, I need to be up in bed. Georgie says she loves the color. Oh, Gail, but didn't you? I saw something pop up earlier. You had a great day, though, right? You were up at 5. Girl, you're working hard. I think you said you had a great day. Elizabeth says she has the color. I know, I'm wondering if we should finish these on Craft Around the Clock tomorrow. So, guys, I do have a question for you. One is, one of the great things about us getting away for the night, you know, is that I really had time to think. And one of the things I was thinking about is when I cut out things, sometimes I don't have a lot of space left on the wood, but sometimes I have quite a bit of space left. Like when I cut these out, I had, like, they were laid like this on the laser, if you can imagine. So I had like all of this space where I could have put something and cut it there. Not a sign stand, because you have to do the kerf, and it's just, I need to just do those individually. But I started thinking, like, little embellishments or like little things that we could use on signs or just in crafting in general. Like, is there anything you guys think? Because I was thinking it would also just be fun to have, like, I wasn't even necessarily thinking for the shop, but maybe just little bags of extras or little bags for Happy Mail or little bags for me to just like pop into orders from time to time. Yeah, that's sounding okay. Do you guys think, I was thinking about wooden buttons. Tracy says she needs the color. It's so pretty. Okay, Donna says wooden buttons in different sizes. Sarah says hearts, flowers, and bows. Tell me what you think you would, because I need some help thinking through that. Wooden buttons would be really cute, and this is just 320 grit, guys. It's always 320 grit. Buttons are expensive. Okay. Or even if I like had, you know, like a little bag of wooden buttons in the shop for $5 or something, you know, just a little, it's the wood's just getting thrown out. And so once in a while, I'll like grab something and throw some extras in boxes. Ladybugs and bees, little flowers and hearts. Hey, Jennifer, I'm sorry I was live when you were live. I'm so sorry. We usually try not to go live at the same time because we share people. We have a lot of people that hang out with both of us, which is why we're planning something for you guys soon. Stars, flowers, leaves, okay? Buttons are always good. Well, they're just going, like, it's just the wood's just unfortunately going into, well, I have a friend who's going to pick it up and use it for kindling. But like, it's not being, I'm not able to use it because it's so hard to go back and add all those little things. And once you cut, it takes forever to drop everything down. But if I had it laid out with the file, buttons are so easy. And you can make them really cute because it's a circle. You can do 2 hole buttons with another circle. We could do all kinds of fun little buttons. I could probably even find something that's already put together. I think it would be really cute to stencil on this little, what is this thing, a wing? Stars. Do you like this blue? It's cloudy day. They picked it. I gave them lots of options and they picked the blue. I think I'm going to put these up in the lake house as a decoration. So we're doing something new, guys. Small oval stands. What do you mean by small oval stands, Dixie? Tell me what that is. Napkins on the wings. It's this is cloudy day. It's folk art cloudy day. You can really read that. See? I'm a mess. Like, I can't even hold it still. I am such a mess. Like I said, this is different than what we usually do. It's a little more of my different stands. You mean like, tell me more about the stands. The little oval stands are hard to just use for anything. The ones that are like, if you're talking about like it goes like this, like an oval, and then it has like a little slot in the middle and you put your stuff down in there, right? Is that what you're talking about? If that's what you're talking about, those are really hard to just send because that little slot, you have to cut it specifically down to the mine's the 100th. So I cut it down to 0.0 to that second decimal place. Yeah, those are hard because they're not going to fit because of the curve. So like with the gnomes. But what I hear you saying is you like the self-standing signs, right? The signs that you don't have to lean, right? Is that what you're saying? Tags. Oh, that's a cute idea, Georgie. I need to make a list. Okay. Yeah, so I just can't make them though. Like, one, it's got to be designed to, like, the gnomes are designed to go with it, and you have that little slot in the bottom. I think it could work sometimes with a rect. It's just they're much harder to do, which is why honestly the gnome tray was a little more expensive, because you have to measure that wood and then you have to go back in and adjust. It's called the curve. Adjust the slot based on the wood curve. Okay, it's just not as simple to do as it just takes a little more time. Okay, tags, buttons. I need to make a list. Tags, buttons, stars, hearts. I would have never thought of buttons. I would have never thought of buttons, even though you guys know I love the buttons. Oh, this is cute. It's very cute. Yeah, just little stuff that I could put. Especially you guys that are, I mean, a lot of you guys are just such great supporters. I just wanted to be able to throw something in besides the 4x4s. It's really cute. I am not sure what's going on here. So if you wanted, you could paint the spindle a different color. We could do these again and paint them a different color. I just want it to be nice and smooth. I think it's my fingernails. Like, do you know how many wood buttons I cut for the snowman? I mean, I had buttons ad nauseum. I probably threw them in the trash. That sounds horrible. I shouldn't even say that out loud. Okay. But sometimes I just have all of these like odd pieces that don't go with anything. And okay, if you are, those of you that are watching, you did get the birds, Kim. If you're watching and you're in the Joyful Crafting Club and you were missing part of your daisies and you sent me pictures, that email has gone out into Cyber. I cannot find the email, nor can I remember who sent the pictures. So I need to post in the Joyful Crafting Club. It might have been Chris Keltner, because she emailed me over the weekend too. But if you did, like, I'm sorry. Jennifer says Andy doesn't like all the tiny pieces. I know. But when I was showing him the trays earlier and I was showing him the gnomes, I was like, I'm a crazy woman. I'm not right, because I've been leaning over the laser, pulling. And then when the tiny pieces, so usually I blue tape the tiny areas after I cut it and before I start taking it out, to hopefully keep all the tiny little pieces in place. But a lot of times I'm digging through like the crumb tray on the laser, trying to find like one piece. I'm like, Joe, or I'm like, Susie, I'm looking for some hearts. Can you help me find the hearts? Oh, I like them, but some days that you're like pulling these tiny parts, or you got like six little pieces you're missing, and then you've got to like go back in and recut them. The life of a laser. This is so pretty. Okay. Donna says she wants the odds and ends in her box. I know. I could do that. You know what else I can do? I started, though, a tray of stuff where I'm like, just that needs to be like wrapped up, you know, to throw in like mystery boxes when we do those again, or to toss into boxes as like just a little thank you. Linda says the wood I use for my cutouts is so much better than a lot of other people's cutouts. Girl, thank you. You and Donna Finto have told me that, and I feel I do buy more expensive wood. I pay a little more for it. But, it's not perfect. I know some people, like, I've gotten met, like, hey, there was like a void in my wood and it came apart. I always replace it. I try and catch all of that because it's not perfect, you know. But I do pay a little more for the better wood, because I want to make sure what I'm giving you guys is something I want to craft with. You know, I don't want to, so I appreciate that. I really appreciate you saying that. Like, I do, because I do spend a little more on it. I really try to do there, and it's not perfect. If it's ever not right, if there's ever something wrong, guys, I'll fix it. Just let me know. You know, I'll fix it. Okay. I saw a comment about antiquing. I think we're definitely antiquing. I try. I mean, it's never, no one's perfect, right? But I try. I don't, and like sometimes too, when you have those little pieces, like the beak, see, I fixed it, but like sometimes, like if it's tiny and if that laminate pops, you know, you have to like fix it and replace it. And I try to catch those too. And sometimes you can glue them back together and sometimes you just can't. Deanne says my wood is superior to others. Thank you. Susie says I get a little obsessive. She's the one who packs a lot of the stuff now. You can probably tell this stuff if I've packed it or Susie's packed it, because when Susie packs it, it generally looks better. She says I'm a little obsessive about making sure it's all just right, and I am. But so for me, I take it very seriously that you guys choose to craft with me, that you guys choose to, you know, be my customer, to be my, you know, in my community and be part of my world. Like I don't take that lightly. It was, I've been working on trying to find somebody to come help me with customer service. You guys know, like I'm not always great at getting emails responded to quickly. And sometimes they go miss. I mean, it's just, it's a lot of, there's a lot of parts and moving pieces. And while I do my best, I know there's places where I can improve. And one of the things I want to do is I want someone to help me with emails and making sure that like I get back to you within 24 business hours, right? And I was talking to people and they were asking me about, tell me about what you do. And I said, you know, it's just an honor for me to be part of these ladies' lives, whether they craft with me, you know, they just, that like the extent of, you know, they're part of my online community and they craft with me online and they watch, and maybe they just take my ideas and make something of their own, or whether they are like a customer or if they're part of the Joyful Crafting Club, whatever works for them, that they let me be part of their life is a huge honor. And I don't take that lightly at all. Like it is so special, because what I know about our lives is we have like a certain number of hours in our days, right? Every day we have a certain number of hours. And then, you know, how we spend those hours and those minutes make up our life, right? It makes up our life. And the fact that you guys choose to be part of my community is just so meaningful, and I appreciate it so much, you know, because like those are your minutes and those are your hours, and that's your money, you know, that you're choosing, you know, and it's just, it's an honor. Oh, Deanne said one of the daisies fell apart. I know which one that was in the video. She says when painting the February tray, you had a lot of trouble with the tiny daisies that were in the basket. One fell apart, but you got your tweezers and glued it in one petal at a time. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. But in the video I showed, because mine fell apart too. Because they were just hanging on by a thread. They really were not even like stuck together because of how it was cut. Like some of them came apart before they went into the boxes. Yeah, so I know Jennifer feels the same way. Yeah, it was tiny. Like nothing was little. Okay, let's see how this looks once we distress it. So, you know, y'all, I love y'all. And I try to come up with things that I think are going to add. Like I'm not just coming up with something because, oh, you know, I'm trying to come up with things that I think are going to add joy and beauty to your home. Like not let's just throw this together and craft it, but like let's think about what we can do what we can do that's good, you're going to be able to use in your home, that's going to bring joy, that's going to bring beauty, and it's also going to keep you crafting, because we get so much benefit from crafting. If you guys need more of those little daisies, just shoot me an email, because I still have a bunch of them, and I can always cut more if it just didn't fly for you. Those little ones were tricky. I've got more, so let me know and we will fix it. Don't ever not tell me. Sarah says her dog chewed her daisies from the truck. Sarah, the dogs. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Well, let me know. We can fix it. It's all fixable, okay? All right. Yeah, we could totally crackle this or paint white over it and then sand it down. That would look really pretty too, but it's 9:41 and I'm going to do this, and then maybe we'll do them again later, because I think I'm going to take one set up to the lake house. I told you I need a hat that says "Lake Hair Don't Care." Not that I was in the lake today, but I need a hat that says that, so that I have an excuse for not doing my hair. But I'm going to take one up to the lake house, and I want one for my house too. Jennifer says, "Aw, crafting is an art and it's therapeutic, and we can." Yep, it is. And there's a it's like we're women. Like our job is like never ever done. It just isn't. I mean, we have, so much that we do all of the time, and we are often not good at taking care of ourselves. Like I'm like at the top of the list. I'm not great at it. I have been pretty consistent with my Pilates. Okay. But good. Yeah, I like that. But like tonight I ate dinner like standing up while I was feeding the kids, and I didn't even sit down, and I was pulling like this and that was left over, and it just, I'm not always good at taking care of me, but I'd love to take some time to just craft and quiet my mind. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're just kind of flowing with it. Like Kim said, I wanted to read that. I saw Kim said. I was looking for a comment. Kim said something about she loves the group and me. It brings so much joy to her life, and having you want to decorate again. You gave it up for so many years. Aw. I love that, Kim. Thank you. You know what? I'm not like great at it like you and Stacy at Wilshire. Like I'm not like a master decorator, but I think what for me, having like a space that looks good gives me, like when I started with my tiered trays, and having a space that was pretty and brought me joy and that looked good. You guys, I'm just rubbing this on, and we'll like sand it off a little bit in a second. But then once you have like that space or two spaces, you have a couple tier trays, and then you have 3 spaces, right? That you like, then you start feeling more confident and thinking, okay, wait, I can take on this. I can do the next space. I can put a pillow in a basket in front of my fireplace, and I did that. Or I can branch out a little bit. Wait, I'm going to get this table now. You guys saw me. Like, I'm going to get the table. I'm going to try the barn. you start to have, and then this morning we were sitting up there and we've got to redo the floor in the basement. One, like when we bought this house 3 years ago, the carpet in the basement is so nasty. Like it's just gross. It was gross when we bought the house. And so when we put the pool in, we were like, we're going to put in that what is it? LVP, right? And like those vinyl flooring planks that are water resistant. And at first we were just going to like, okay, we've got this flooring upstairs and we don't love the flooring upstairs, but we're just going to match it because we don't really want to mess with having to redo the upstairs flooring. And then this morning we were talking and we're like, what? It might take us a while. We might have to DIY a lot of it. But you know what? Like, we don't want to put in flooring we don't love. Like, we're going to put in flooring we love. And then eventually we'll redo the flooring upstairs. And so it's just our confidence. My confidence has gotten better just from doing this too, So you just start to feel like, wait, I can do that. I love this one space, right? And then you're like, wait, I want to love my whole house. Verdana says she never thinks her stuff that you make is good enough. You see all its flaws. Me? You guys see me on the lives and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm not happy with this, or I'm not. But this is the truth. And this is just us not feeling confident in us. And we always think what we do is not as good as what someone else does. Like even at Jingle and Mingle, Natalie had this super cute, adorable carrot garland. So I'm going to tone some of this down because this is a lot. And this is how I'm going to do it. But she was like, oh, but this is how I make my bow, but you need to go watch Amy do her bow, because go back and watch Amy's video, because her bow, she did it and she twisted and it was like the perfect little bow. And I was like, your bows are great. Like your bows are perfect. I would have never tried a bow the way she did. And I was trying to make a bow tie from a bow. And I knew if I made a finger bow and flipped it and then cut it off, I would pretty much have a bow tie. Because the truth is, I looked everywhere to buy pre-made bow ties for those nerdy bunnies, and I could not find pre-made bow ties that were the right size everywhere, because I was just going to buy them and put them in the kit. So all of that to say, but what we were talking about during part of Natalie's Jingle and Mingle crafting session was like, we never think what we do is good enough. No, I look at my stuff and I'm like, no, I see everything that's wrong with it. I'll tell you what my dad told me before he passed away. He came down and saw my house in Texas. And he was not well. He had Parkinson's and it was really hard for him to travel. And but he came down and I was showing him some stuff I did, because we redid the flooring. I put in new I laid all like it's like Pergo in that house, and I tiled the steps. Like I can do that kind of stuff. He taught me how, and I was showing it to him, and I was showing him the parts I didn't like, and I'm like, and then I want to do this, and he was like, why are you in such a rush? He was like, once it's all done, what are you going to do? He was like, you need to enjoy the process, Amy. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You need to enjoy the process. So like, don't let your flaws, and don't let what's like, no one else is ever going to notice, right? No one else is ever going to notice. And you guys are going to look at something and I'm going to be like, I will think it's a flaw. And you're going to look at it like, oh my God, I love how she did that. Okay. Yes. Dixie says, if you're going to spend the money, do what you like. Yeah. It's just, oh my gosh. It always feels overwhelming to think about all of the floors upstairs, but we're going to start down here. Like, it might take longer. Joe and I are impatient, both of us. I know, like, we both are like, we need it done. We just need to get it done. We need to finish. Neither one of us are very patient with that kind of stuff. Like, we can't stand things to be. Okay. We took the kids out to dinner. This is the truth. When we were out last night, we were up in Apple Valley. And we were at the house, and we didn't really take any food. We really weren't prepared. So we were like, okay, let's go grab some dinner. We never take our kids out to dinner because, we have Nate. The three of them, it's very hard to go out to dinner and actually enjoy eating. But we actually found this great Mexican restaurant, and they all behaved. It was so much fun. But when we're all done eating, Joe and I start taking all because, we had chips and we had salsa and we had appetizers. And then Joe didn't get an entree. Luke and I split something. Nate had a taco. Gabe had a hamburger at the Mexican place. So we got all these plates. Joe and I, when we're waiting, we're all done. The kids are done. Joe walks over and gets our own to-go boxes because we're those customers. And he packs up the to-go food, and we start stacking all of the plates and like scraping the empty food. I mean, Joe and I are not right, you guys. Not that our house is always clean and organized, because that is not our life. But we just could not stand the mess. And so here's Joe and I, and I'm like looking at him like, Joe, like, we're not right. He's like, yeah, I know, but we just can't help it. So we have everything stacked up for them to come clear our table and take it away because we just can't stand it. We are both very busy. Like when we went on vacation with my mom a few years ago, it's a whole other story. The first like 2 days I went around picking up after everyone and emptied everyone's trash cans. I just couldn't stand like the nasty. Like I'm like, you cannot, the trash can cannot be stuffed full. Like that's too gross. It's nasty. It's unclean. Like we're not, I don't know. Joe and I are not right. Yeah. So there, you guys know more than what you should about me and Joe. We're not always right. Donna says you too. You're not the only one who stacked. Yes. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. These people were walking away. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so, like once we took Nate when he was very little, we were just, I don't know what we were thinking, but we went out and he was little and there was food everywhere. Like we were like cleaning the floor. We tipped the waiter a whole lot. We were like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. This is not okay. We didn't mind it. We weren't really minding the waiting though. We were just, Joe, he says it's more me than him. He's listening. I'm going to tell him the pillow story, honey. Don't say that because I'll tell him the pillow story. Yeah, I don't know. Joe and I are just, we like things a certain way. So anyway, but we are going to, I'm going to stop there. I think I could crackle. I think I could do these so many ways. I do want to do another set because these are going to go to the lake because they match the colors there. Okay, I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to try and put some embellishments that I've not thought through on these. Yeah, the pillow story. Okay, so when Joe and I were dating, so yeah, hold on, I got to turn my little foam pad on this chair. I need a new chair, and then I'll tell you about the hutch. When Joe and I were dating, before he would leave the house, he had to go around and straighten everything up and make sure all the pillows were a certain way and that everything was exactly the way he wanted it to look when he came back in the house. Like it took him a while with the kids to get used to like not, because like with the kids, everything is a mess. Amy makes things up in case you've not figured that out yet. Yeah, right. That is a true story. Okay, you see why I glued first though? See those wings just look like they belong there? Because I shoved that paint in. Yeah. I mean, we used to go around and like stack. Joe is he's learned though over the years. Like I'm a piler. Like I have piles so I don't forget to do things. And Joe likes everything like in one pile. And I'll be like, I bought some index cards for the kids so they could practice their math facts to make flashcards. And I bought 3 packs and I left them in the kitchen in this one place. And one day I walk in, I'm like, where are my index cards? I had them over there, so I didn't lose them. Where are my index cards? He's like, I did not move your index cards. I learned a long time ago, because he'll like move all of my stuff, and he hasn't really put it where it goes. He's just put it somewhere. I'm going to seal these guys. This is the matte, because I'm almost out of satin. Yeah. And so, yeah, Joe will, I mean, and Joe and I are both, okay, I will tell you this too. I have, how many of you guys, please say I'm not alone in this, have all those plastic containers, and when you come home, you take the food out of the bag and you put it, or the box, and put it into a plastic container? I have, I don't know how many sets of those. And so like if we buy chips, they come out of the chip bag into the plastic container and into the pantry. Like we went to Costco today, and all of the meat comes out of the packs. You guys are learning too much about me. I shouldn't craft late at night. All of the meat comes, it might be in a pack, but it gets, like those 6 packs at Costco where it's all vacuum sealed. What all comes out, it gets cut into individual sections and frozen that way. All the pizzas come out of the box and go into the thing. The kids got popsicles. I cut the tops off of all the boxes, and they go in the freezer like that. I mean, everything has, because I can't stand the boxes in my pantry because you can never tell if they're open or closed. We have cereal. All the cereal comes out of the box into one of those cereal pour things. Tracy says that's her. Yep. No, Jennifer, I didn't know you did this. I do it too. That's why we're besties. Yeah, I can't. I just can't with the bags. It makes me crazy. Because then, like, how do you know how much is left? All my pasta, all my flour, my baking supplies. The beans come out of the bag into a jar, dry beans. The canned goods stay in the cans until we use it. That I will say. I do not do anything with that because that would not make sense. Oh, Donna says she lives alone, so the boxes don't bother you. Yeah, maybe it was just me. Okay, these are looking great. I'm going to set this here to dry. Yeah, no, yeah, same here. Like all my beads are in a jar. Everything's in a container. I know I'm not completely right. And then we have lunch meat containers. It does not stay in the bag. It goes in this little like airtight closing container. So does the cheese. Yes, we are those weird people. And my mom comes over and she looks at me like I'm a, she's like, oh my gosh, who raised you? I'm like, well. Oh, Sarah says you mix it up. So I have labels on all of my stuff. You can get those like little chalkboard labels. Mine came with those little chalkboard labels. The only thing is they don't erase very well. And then I have like these little label makers. I'll show you guys my label makers. I don't know why I haven't shared them with you. They're awesome. These little label makers. Joe says when we were dating, when he got out of town, I would go fill his refrigerator. Yeah, I would go. Oh, I just knocked that one over. I would go shopping, fill his refrigerator. I had a dog walking company at the time, so I was walking dogs all day, and and so, I would go over like in the middle of the day between dog walks and like clean out his coffee maker, get the coffee ready for the next day. Go buy food. But his dishes were always done. Like his dishes were never not done. But the only thing Joe ate, he would eat sandwiches, honestly. Sandwiches, everything got dipped in ranch. Sandwiches, mayonnaise, ranch, and chips. So pizza would get dipped in ranch. That's all he had. Sandwich meat, bread, mayonnaise, cheese, pizzas, ranch dip. Yeah. It took a while for me to figure out how to cook food he liked because I can't eat wheat. And so I had to like figure out how to make food that tasted like what he was used to and still be able to taste it. Okay. Let's let these dry. They look great. So it's late. Yeah. Joe and I don't know. We are both extra. Unfortunately or unfortunately. And we're both firstborn, which is maybe kind of weird for a marriage that gets along so well. Because we're like best friends, but we had to learn to be in charge of our own things. Like there's certain things that he tried to be in charge of that he just can't, and vice versa. I try to be in charge of things. Okay, I'm just trying to get the extra stuff off my hands. I feel like I'm going to need to go back and put another coat of sealer on them. Elizabeth said they're really cute. Deanne says she needs to see what she has to be able to remember what she has. Yes, I know. And then, like, I don't put anything in the refrigerator. Okay, so for these, that isn't in a clear storage container, unless it's like the lunch stuff. Like, I have these black meal prep containers, and sometimes I'll put food in it for lunch. And I know I'm at home and I'm not going anywhere, but if it's not ready, I won't take the time to stop. Okay, so I had some different thoughts. We have this ribbon, which is super cute. I have this jute. I have this. I also have jute. I feel like I can't decide what I want to do with them. I might need to think about how to embellish them. Because they could just be like this, right? But I think it depends too how you want them to look, because you could do I haven't thought about this part. If anyone has an idea, chime in. No, that's not okay. That's too low. Lighter on the bottom with jute and skinnier. We were talking about that. Wouldn't that look pretty if we had like a napkin or a stencil? I really think it would look pretty with like a we might have to do part 2 on this, because I was wondering about getting like a little stencil. I know I've got one somewhere, and to just stencil on the wings. My ribbon right now is a mess. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to think about this. The skinnier one. Yeah. I know. I have a stencil. I just got to find it. It's like, I was going to stencil the boys. I was going to stencil these message boards. Okay, let's do part 2. Why don't we finish them tomorrow during Craft Around the Clock? I think I'll do that. We'll finish them tomorrow during Craft Around the Clock, and I'll get, yeah, I was thinking about just wrapping it. But then you have to have a way to hide it when you put it back together. See about something to divide the bird from the pedestal since they're all one color, right? But I don't like that because it's too thick. Yeah, paint this white and then sand it. Yeah. So let's do this. I'm going to find a stencil or something to do here. A lighter ribbon. I don't have a super thin. So I'm going to find that. I'm going to either find the stencil or I'm going to make a stencil on my Cricut or my Silhouette because I have stencil like stuff and we can stencil. You know what will look pretty too is what is that called? This. I know this. I've got light jute though. I think it's too dark too, but I've got this too, that's probably the better color. Quatrefoil. Yep, Jennifer knows my signals. Yeah, quatrefoil would look cute, or like flowers. Let me come up with a stencil. We're gonna do part 2 tomorrow, and we'll stencil these wings and see how we like that. And then maybe we'll do like light jute. I need to kind of think about this a little more too. Or we could do this and paint the bases. I kind of like, but I think we need something here. Maybe paint this part and then sand it down a little bit so the blue peeks through. Okay. A Moroccan. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like that Moroccan pattern here with a light jute. And we could even paint this like, and then distress it so the blue pops through. Okay. Tomorrow at 2:30, we're going to finish the birds. You guys just figured out my project for tomorrow. Let's spin the wheel. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to stop my camera. I'm going to present an extra camera. No. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share it. I'm going to take the giveaway tool. I'm going to share. No. I started it before we started. Why is it doing that? A lace stencil on the wings. Yes. Well, hold on. I don't know why it only connected 10 comments. Because I started collecting before we started. Well, this is really crappy. Okay. Well, we're just going to see what happens. Oh, it has more than 10. Okay. Tonight, this is our winner. Yay! Okay. I don't know why it only pulled 9. We're going to do it again. Hit the little blue on the other page. Yay. So, and then we're going to work on, we will try this tool again. Deanne, if you want the cloudy day, I'll send you a bottle of the cloudy day because I have two because I bought it twice. But if you want something different, if you want a random happy mail, let me know. Just send me a DM and let me know if you want cloudy day or if you want random. And then we'll do this again next time, and hopefully this will get better with the whole thing in terms of the drawings. But you guys, I'm gonna take this off. Yay, Deanne! Woo! You used to teach elementary school. I'd be like, the silent clap. Everyone clap silently. Do you guys ever do that? We'd be like, shh, clap. This is how we would clap in elementary school when I taught the little kids. Yes, Jennifer, I think so. To take this and you could press it in, and then get that pattern. I think we could try it. So, all right. Tomorrow at 2:30, we are going to finish the birds. All right. I love you guys so much. I so appreciate you for spending part of your Sunday with me. Do I do sign language? No, like, okay, we did some a little bit with Nate, but no, when we taught elementary school, we were like, you've got 23 kids in the room and you want them to clap, but you do not want them to make noise, right? So, yeah, DM me. We'll see you tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern. We are going to finish the birds. Y'all keep crafting and spreading joy through the beautiful things you make because the world needs your creativity. Mwah. I love y'all. I will see you again soon. We will finish the birds. If you have bird ideas for this, bring it back. Bring them tomorrow. We are going to chew on this and come up with some really cool birds. Mwah. Sweet dreams, everybody, and I'll see you soon.